Howdy folks, I thought I'd do some videos for you. I have showed you the books that I have gotten quite a bit of my knowledge from, and I've told you a little bit about my upbringing with my grandparents and how that has affected me. Well, I want to show you a few little things about my community, which is another reason I have these particular pieces of knowledge. Now, where I'm standing right here is my house. Now, right there in that building right there, and forgive my dirty fingernails because I have been potting plants, that is the Agriculture Extension Service, and it's always been there my whole entire life. Now, a small thing about the Agriculture Extension Office there is that my cousin Edie started working there after she graduated from college when she was about 21, and that was about 35 years ago. She just retired. She has just turned 62. So last year was her last year there. So throughout my lifetime, this building right here, I have come and gone as I pleased. I was a member of the FFA, so was my daughter. My daddy, my granddaddy, he worked closely with the agriculture extension officers, and I can give you for example. Now that's the ag office. Now that deals with almost everything. You go down that way, you turn that way, and then you come back a couple of blocks, and that's the soil conservation office. Now this is a rural farming community and always has been. We have dairy farms, we have tobacco farms, we have beef farms, we have hay farms, we have timber farms, we have vegetable farms. The farmer's market, actually if you come back up this street, but this is a square here, if you go down 2 blocks, that's the farmer's market. And this building right here, the brick building where you see these school buses, that's where I went to junior high school a million gazillion years ago. And we had a lot of fun. So being part of this small community like this and having continual access to the agriculture extension officers, that's one of those things. Mr. Hale was always my favorite. He was a nice old country fella, and my daddy, of course, had him out on the farm a lot of times. Now these people, they work with your community to test the soil. Hey, as Police Officer Rodriguez, he is a hoot. He's the K-9 officer as well. He's got a magnificent Malinois dog. Anyway, back on point. So I come and go from there. Since I was about 18 years old, and I started getting interested in a variety of different plants and things, and I've always loved to walk out in the woods and then find something. The first thing I ever found was a rusty black haw, seed pods on a tree, and I didn't know what it was, so I took it over there. And all of our ag people graduated from the University of Tennessee at Knoxville in their agricultural programs, the various ones, which is common in this community. Anything associated with agriculture in this community, these people have graduated from the University of Tennessee at Knoxville. And they're very knowledgeable, and I don't know if you know much about UT Knoxville, but they've done cloning and stem cell research and various cutting-edge agricultural techniques. So these people are accessible for me. So when I went over there and went, hey, could one of you guys identify this plant for me? I showed them the Verosa and the Cereola. Now, they identified them immediately because for farmers, those plants are considered invasive insidious and a nuisance, especially if you have a hay field or a tobacco field. You don't want these plants in with that. When you are harvesting a crop, we also have a lot of silage here, soybean farms, that kind of thing. So they don't want these plants in their fields. So there are certain eradication programs for the farmers through the Ag Service. Now, that's why I am so confident in my plants, is because I just went over there and went, hey, can you guys tell me what this is? And they went, oh Lord my Jesus, this is some wild lettuce. And then they went into the Lactuca virosa and Lactuca cereola. Now, I have noticed of my own accord that I do have a few canadensis plants that I will stumble across every now and then, but that's not the common plant here. So I want to let you know that this is another part of my upbringing and why I do have knowledge of these things and why I do work closely with people that have that kind of knowledge, and they all kind of, you know, oh my Lord, here she comes again. But they're wonderful. They're wonderful, wonderful people. I've grown up with them since I was 10 years old. And so this is what my community is. It is agriculture based and is plant based primarily, although we do have a lot of beef farmers, and now we're starting to get more sheep farmers into the area. The county over is the walking horse capital, so we do have a lot of equestrian, equine type industry, as well as far as draft horses, mules, spotted roping horses, western horses, quarter horses, and behind me is the only sanctioned harness racing event in the state of Tennessee, and most of the South now is here in Fayetteville, Tennessee. So I just wanted to bring that to y'all to let you know that this is part of why I am who I am, is this small farming community that has nurtured and raised me and tolerated me to a great deal on many occasions. And it is a faith-based Christian community, and we've got a church on every block. So that again is part of my upbringing, why I know that God has blessed me and He has moved in my life many times. Very recently I had an issue, and I prayed to God, please reveal to me the truth. Whatever it is, just reveal to me the truth, because I needed that. And within an hour, I got the truth. And actually, I've been getting truth regularly, things that there was no way for me to get any other way, except that God put the thing in my path that enlightened me to the truth. And these are personal relationships. And so, again, I have a faith-based community right here around me. And so I do want to take you down to the river one day. I want to show y'all the river. You go down that block, you cross over the highway, and you're at the river. So this is just a little piece that I wanted to add to the puzzle of who I am and why I do the things that I do. And I hope you're having a wonderful evening. I'm ready for spring to come. I'm ready for it to get warmer. And I hope you're all having a good evening. Good night. Hello, how are you doing? Fine. It's a little chilly, isn't it?